if you're an illegal immigrant that currently lives in the United States, you should watch this video. It's for you, okay? I don't think that you're in a winning situation. You're going to lose no matter what, okay? ICE is not going anywhere. Their budget is being tripled over the next 3 years, thanks to the recent bill that just passed, the big, beautiful bill, meaning that ICE is going to be the largest, if not one of the largest federal enforcement agencies in the country. What does that tell me? It tells me that America has changed the way that they think. They no longer want immigrants in the United States. The immigrants that are here already and are citizens, I guess they're here to stay. But the ones that are coming here with the hopes to become a citizen, I don't think it's going to happen anymore. Now, there's a lot of things that have made this clear to me. For example, people are showing up to their court dates to report. Illegals are, right? And when they're showing up to court, they're being arrested and deported. So you're showing up doing what you're supposed to do, and you're still being deported, okay? Now, if you don't show up to court, what's going to happen? You're going to definitely get deported for not reporting, okay? So the point is, it's obvious that illegal immigration is not what's going to be happening in America anymore, okay? And you're lying to yourself if you think this is going to get better. And you're lying to yourself if you think protesting in the street is going to do anything at all. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to change anything, okay? The change in America is here to stay.
Here's the thing. Don't y'all feel stupid because y'all was running around protesting and in the streets and basically making yourself targets, and all y'all did was run up the deficit inside of y'all own cities like in Los Angeles. Los Angeles was already facing over a $1 billion budget deficit on an annual basis, and now even more, there's a higher deficit because now they have to spend additional monies to defend themselves. They filed lawsuits against Trump in federal court. California did on behalf of Gavin Newsom. They lost. And y'all just wasting money and you're wasting your time. And if I was a liberal, God forbid that ever happens. If I was a liberal, I would be disappointed in my constituents. I would be disappointed in my lawmakers. I would be disappointed in everybody. And that's because you went against the laws that were already on the books that we're enforcing. And all y'all did was embolden the Trump administration even more to come and find y'all and deport y'all. Y'all made yourselves even bigger targets. You didn't change anything. The federal court said that Trump was able to have the National Guard in order to protect federal buildings and ensure ICE agents were able to do their job. The ICE administration has grown considerably. And now you incentivize them to pass a bigger budget because they seen what the problem is. And instead of y'all actually adjusting and doing what you're supposed to do, all you did was gave them more ammunition to come after y'all. And this is what you see happening as far as this big, beautiful bill being passed. This is probably the best bill ever, ever. Now, I understand that the only reservation that I have in particular for this bill is that it adds to the federal deficit. But economists, the Trump administration, and several people are saying that over time, because we are investing in America, the resources and the revenue that is going to be taken in is absolutely going to be insane. And that's already been demonstrated by the tariffs and the revenue that they were taking in. And then the interest rates are going to come down, and that's going to incentivize businesses to invest even more. And so we're actually probably going to be operating over time at a budget surplus, depending on how business are. Because you got to remember, these are projections of what we think the federal deficit is going to be based off of our current circumstance and the situation. But I think that that'll change over time. I think that Trump and Tom Homan in particular, he was a huge advocate for passing the bill because it gave federal officers more resources to go after the bad actors. Who are the bad actors? The bad actors, in my opinion, was not just the people that were committing crimes as undocumented migrants and illegal migrants inside of the United States of America. It was the people that actually committed the crime by coming over here undocumented in the first place. And just because everybody else was able to do it over a period of time does not mean that you was okay with doing it. I knew that this was going to be a disaster, and this was one of the things that really got me engaged in the political process. When over time since 2021, I've been documenting on the Millionaire Morning Show everything that's been happening with the federal government. And when they started opening up the floodgates and the borders in order to get everybody over here, I said, oh my God. On day one, the Biden administration undid every executive order that was designed to make sure that we protect American citizens, even though he himself had said that we have no country if we have no border to protect. And Obama was one of the biggest advocates for making sure that he deported illegal migrants that crossed over here. He even gave a speech on it. But people were so gung ho against going against the Trump administration, and they were so angry at the fact that he was enforcing the laws that it then made them uncompromising against the wrong party. And so now that we have this bill that protect American citizens, this is what we see. And Trump even told y'all, he said, listen, you can deport yourself. We gonna reuse the CBP One app into the CBP Home app, and you can self-deport. We'll even pay for you to go wherever it is that you want to go, and we might give you $1,000. But if we catch you and we deport you because you wasn't supposed to be here in the first place and you was just hiding, you're never gonna be able to come back. But if you go out and you come in the right way, because let's be clear, this is not an anti-immigrant bill, right? This is an anti-illegal migrant crossing over here in borders bill, right? The budget that is being allocated towards ICE, immigration, customs, and enforcement. Okay, that's what this is. And so, if y'all don't like it, then do it the right way. Plenty of people, even legal migrants, are speaking up against the fact that y'all coming over here illegally. But let's continue.
And I think it's wiser for you to grab your family and yourself and leave willingly. Because if you leave willingly, there's going to be a lot less damage done to you and your family. If you don't leave willingly and ICE finds you, they're going to tear your family apart. They're going to put you all in different detention centers all across the country and ship you off to different places because they've already got arrangements where they can ship you to countries that you don't even belong to. It will be absolute horror for you if you wait for that. It's better if you just leave on your own. And I think that's what the federal government's trying to encourage with all these tactics, is to get people to just want to leave on their own. And if you think your immigration lawyer is going to help you, they're not going to help you. I think that what's going to happen soon is a lot of immigration law firms are going to get raided by the federal government and the attorneys arrested because they're rampant with fraud. And I think this administration is going to go after immigration attorneys pretty soon. So don't think that your immigration attorney is going to save you.
Yeah, because I think that a lot of them, and this is what I've also heard, that a lot of them are getting paid with unreported income. Basically, they're taking money under the table because it's coming from undocumented migrants. It's coming from illegal migrants, right? So it's not like they can, that a lot of them are actually writing checks or anything like that. They're giving them cash, and they're really not even getting any services rendered because it's not like they can do anything to protect them. And so, unless you are actually hiring an immigration attorney in order to help you get legal documentation status, which that's pretty much up, right? Like your window for becoming a legal citizen in the United States of America, and for some of you, you've just been neglectful. There have been people that have been over here for 10, 20, 30 years. And I reviewed a video the other day of a woman that was saying that it's so expensive. It costs $6,000 in order for us to get the paperwork and take care of business, get the vaccinations, and hire an attorney and all of this stuff. And I'm like, that's it to come to the greatest country in the world? $6,000? Where they do that deal at? So you pay $6,000, you get a lifetime of greatness. And then they have been taking the money and sending it back home and all of this stuff. And it's like, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough of us being taken advantage of here in the United States of America. And the nail in the coffin wasn't even the bill. The nail in the coffin was the fact that Trump was like, listen, birthright citizenship is over. This Trump administration has gotten so many dubs and so many victories, and has so many wins in such a short period of time. I can only imagine how great this country is going to be in 3.5 more years when probably JD Vance is running for president of the United States of America based off of the great record that we've achieved here in the United States. Such a great country. I always like to link back to the content creator. Was taking a couple notes because I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget anything, but he pretty much nailed it, and then I just expounded on it. But make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Best time to join the Patreon is the beginning of the month.